Lovely stuff. Okay, so because we're going to be doing some plank work, I just want to warm up the hands and shoulders a little bit. So just sitting comfortably, we'll just take a nice deep breath in and out. Lovely. Let's just roll the wrist around. Some of the plank stuff's on the elbows, but there is a little bit on the hands, so we want to get them warm as well. Always good to have warm shoulders as well. And arms, we'll get those going, lovely. And then just take your arms out and twist them as if you're holding a sort of doorknob, opening and closing. Lovely. And then let's bring those arms in. And, oh, I think we might have Amy joining us. And stretch. We literally just started only stretch. So just warming up the hands because we're going to do a bit of work in a plank position on the hands as well. Lovely. And then round the back. Going to do a little bit of warm up for these shoulders. Ultimately, in a plank, you're putting a lot of weight through the shoulders. So you want to get them nice and warm. Let's just take the arms back and forward and cross them over. Across one over the other. Still thinking of pulling up nice and tall. Tummy in slightly. Lovely. Then I'm just going to do a couple more things to warm up the arms, like what we did the other day, if you're with us. It's like you're bouncing a ball, so bounce the ball each way. And it just gets these arms warm, gets them moving. 8 more. Then we're going to bounce the ball up, bounce it up. Looks like a sort of weird dance. But it just works, just gets the arms warm in all directions, which is what we want. I'm moving a little bit side to side, but it's just the nature of the arms is making me move. Then let's bounce our ball back, a bit like you're wading through grass. Lovely, 8 more, then we're going to go forward, and then we can get started. So we'll go to 3:35 as we started a little bit, waited a little bit, so like back your ball forward, forward, forward. Good, so you should feel some warmth around these elbows and shoulders and wrists. 4 and 3. My shoulders are already hurting from yesterday. And release, good. Let's just stretch those wrists back. Good, because we're going to start straight off in a down dog. So we're going to get straight onto those hands. I'm going to move my mat just because in a down dog, this mat is so stretchy, it just feels like it's going to come apart. So you can stay on your mat. It's only for this one I'm going to move it. So we're going to do a couple of options. I'm going to start low and then we're going to build up. So the idea of this exercise is going to be stretching the tummy, but we're going to be working the arms as well. So we've got a stretch forward here. So we're stretching through the arms, and then we're going to drop the hips down so you're stretching the tummy. And then take it back, down and back. So you haven't got to drop your hips all the way down, just go with where is comfortable. And then shortly I'm going to take this up into a full down dog, but you can keep it low. Again, I'll just come off my mat because I need the stickiness of the floor. Okay, lovely. Next time, tuck the toes under and we're lifting up. So we're basically going to go from a down dog into an up dog. We're going to do it 8 times. So it will really work the tummy once you've done it. Ready? So we go up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. You don't have to touch the hips down. We've got 4 more. And 3, and 2, and 1. Ooh, lovely. Sit back into child pose and stretch. Sometimes you don't feel that one straight away, but tomorrow this will really hurt because you really stretch out the tummy. So we're going to do planks on, we're going to start with them low on the knees and the elbows. So let's lie on our tummies to start with. And have your elbow under your shoulder, so not back or forwards, right underneath just because of my elbow problem, that's more comfortable for me. Generally, have your hands down. If you see me do that, it's because my elbow's a bit iffy. So we're going to tuck the tailbone under and lift into what you call a half plank. So this is a plank on the knees. So you don't want to be arched, you've got to tuck. So already pushing on those elbows, nice, strong in the shoulders. You should feel this in your abdominals. Hold here for a few more, then we're going to keep adding on. Squeeze the tummy, should start to shake. So it's very good, it's core, which is the front and the back, abs and back as well. And release, lovely. So adding on to that, come back onto the knees. And I'm going to straighten one leg, straighten the other, so up into a full plank and then lower and lower. I'm leading with my right leg. Make sure you're looking down, don't let the head drop. So straighten one, straighten two, so you're going to plank, lower and lower. And lift again, leading right and left. So don't lift the bottom. You stay in a plank position. You're just taking the knees off the floor. And again, keep that tummy pulled in, so let the back arch. Change sides and leave the left leg straight, right leg straight, down and down, and again, left, down and down. Fantastic. 2 more times, left. You should really be feeling this. Left and left, one more. Left, down and down, lower. Whew. Have a little stretch of your tummy. Okay. Now we're going to do a slight variation on that. You can stay with that, or we're going to do both knees up, and you're going to touch the knees down, lift up, touch the knees down, lift up. It isn't your bottom going up and down, just the knees, touch and lift, and touch and lift. You don't have to touch, you could keep them hovering. 2 more, last one, and release. Oh, again, lifting your chest up, just a little stretching that tummy. Give my elbow rest. Oh. Lovely. We're going to take it up onto planks on our elbows now to give our, onto our hands, give our elbows a rest. Sit back into child pose quickly. So you can do this on your elbows if you prefer. Here we go. So again, I should be all right. I might move the mat. So shoulders back and down. If your hands, wrists are hurting in this position, just take this sort of what I call gorilla stance. And same thing, we're going to be lifting legs. So let's start off with right leg back, then left leg back, then come down right, come down left, and repeat, and right, and left. We come to a full plank, get nice and strong. Don't be up here, and don't be down there, and lower, and again, lift, shoulders back, nice and strong, lower, and lower, lift, looking straight down like you're in the mirror. Let's lead with the left, and right, and in, and down, and again, left. And right. Again, if your hands or wrists are not having this, you can go back to being on your elbows if you want and do full planks. Exactly the same, but on the elbows. Lovely, and release. Good. I'm going to do something called mountain climbers. Again, this really works your abdominals. Really need to do this one on the hands because you don't really have the space underneath you on the elbows. But we could give some options. So if we want to start here, doing like a half plank, like we were on the knees, so you're not fully lifted, you can then one knee in and back. Let's start here, in fact. Again, same thing, no arch, got to tuck under. Knee to the elbow back, knee to the elbow back. So I'm not going into a tabletop, I'm in a slight slant position. So this is our mountain climber, not in a full plank. 4 more. The whole class isn't planks, don't worry. But we will get these out of the way and then do the rest. Release. Good. Give these wrists a bit of a stretch. So I'm going to do 2 more exercises in this position, and then we come back to the elbows, and then we're changing. So I'm going to do a full mountain climber now. So you can do that with your knees, again, as we did here, or you can lift up into a full plank. Again, push those heels back, bring your knee to your elbow, in and back, and in and back, and in. Again, change your hand position if you want to. You should feel this everywhere, but it's also really working those abdominals. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1, and sit back. Very last exercise in this position. I know it's a lot, but it's really good. You're really strengthening your back and shoulders as well as those abdominals. Good to do the planks first because they recruit so many muscles. You want to do them first so you get tired, and then you can do some slightly gentler stuff on the end. So another version of a mountain climber. Again, I'll show you it low if you want. We're in this position. Bring your knee to the outside this time. To the outside. Or if you want to take it up, outside and back. We're doing 8, outside and back, outside, back to the out of the elbow. Lovely. 6 more. Each side is 1 by the way. 5 more. Keep that tummy tight. Keep those arms strong. 3 more. We can do it. 3. Keep breathing. 2. Oh my goodness. Last one. Oh, sit back and relax. Good for those wrists, really good flexibility workout. A lot of shoulder stabilization as well there. One last one is elbow plank, and then our planks are done. So this is a twist. So we are on our elbows. And again, we can do 2 options. The lower one, twist to the side, twist to the side. So you're rotating side to side, or take it up into a full plank, side to side. I'm going to keep it low because it's quite a lot of pressure on that elbow, and I've got a bit of a dodgy elbow. But you work where you want to. So either in your half plank, tummy in, or your full plank, hand dip your hip. And twist. So you're really working the waist and the obliques. You don't have to tap all the way down, but you're just twisting. Make sure there's no feeling of twinging or anything in the spine. You should really feel your abdominals working. A little bit into the shoulders. 4 more. Pull the tummy in. 3. Last 2. And 1. Oh, well done. Stretch the tummy. We'll give these arms a bit of a stretch as well. Let's sit back. Have the knees apart a bit further, so you've got some space to stretch through. Let's give these shoulders a stretch. Thread one through, shoulder on the floor. Changing sides. Lovely. And release, good. So we're going to do a little bit more sort of traditional type Pilates moves with a few other bits thrown in. We're sitting on our bottom to keep them on the time. So we're going to do the 100, but instead of lying down, we're going to sit up because it gives the leg a bit less stress. So we've got a few different options for this. So I'm going to start with holding my hands on my knees and pulling up tall. So that's nice and easy. But if we start to bring our feet in towards us and we're on the balls of our foot, we're a bit like we're going to tip over, so we're having to balance. So squeeze the tummy in. Now the 100 is where you pump the arms and we breathe in for 5, out for 5. So you might find this is enough, but what I'm going to do is take my hands underneath and I'm going to lift one leg. Halfway through we'll change and lift the other leg. Obviously if you're pumping, you're not going to have your hands there. Or we can do both and stay here. but you don't go back too far. So find a level. I'm going to keep building. You can just go up and down as you wish. So let's start. Toes. Get your balance. And breathe in. And out. And in. And out. Lifting one. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. And in. This is halfway. So either switch legs or we do two for the last half. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. Last time in. Last time out. Lovely. Let's have a little rest as we roll back. Bring your knees in. Just going to move so I haven't cut my head off. Have a little roll of that neck side to side. But doing it that way should be less tension on the neck because we're sitting up. So we've got some more exercises in that position. We're going to have to roll ourselves back up. Okay. So this one. Again in the same C-curve position. And you can start with hands, legs, and we one leg down and up. Really pull the belly in. Try and create a C shape in the spine so we don't arch. Pull back. And out. And in. If you want to add to that, take it in the air and don't tap it down. So we're just going to keep adding on layers, keep building. This is strengthening your back because you've got to sit up and it's strengthening your core. Try and keep open so you're not too rounded. If you want to add some arms, you can here. If you'd rather, you can have your arms here if you really feel you need that support. Again, so we're going to go for double legs soon. So you're going to either stay with this single one, if I'm moving back and forth a little bit, so it's a little sort of crunch. And we're going to finish with 8, either alternate legs or double legs. Ready? So double legs in, 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 and an in, and in, and in, and in. Remember, you can do single and tap them down. Last 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Let the legs rest. Rest over. Really good one for the lower abs, that. We're going to do now some Russian twists, but in a Pilates style with some legs. So let's start off with one leg out, one knee bent. Catch your breath. And create the C shape a little bit. Pull back, pull the belly in. Lovely. So our hands are just going to go to the side like you're rowing and centre to the side. So you're only rowing over the leg that is straight, not going the other way yet. The twist, centre, twist, centre, twist. So I'd like to add a leg onto this. So you twist and down and twist. So you're working your lower abdominals and your leg and your upper abdominals. And 8, lovely. And 7, again, if you want to keep the leg where it is, do that. And 4, and 3, and 2, and pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. So that's working the obliques. We're going to change sides. And then we're going to do a sort of figure of 8 over both. So we've got one leg out, one leg in. Let's get our nice C shape. And we've got our row, or, and row. Can we think about lifting the leg? Again, it's optional. So as we row, lift the leg. Row. Really find a twist. Last 8 and 7. Remember the last lot we pulsed. and 5. Keep that tummy, that belly button pulled into the spine. Last 2, 1, and pause. 2, 5, and last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax those legs. Just a normal row from side to side, so like you're doing a figure of 8. I'm going to leave my legs where they are, because you find if you get them here, they start to get really tight. So here is fine. Lean back a little bit, curve, that's fine. And row, and row, and row. Or drawing a figure of 8. Really twist the shoulders from side to side. That's where you're going to get the work in the way. So don't think about your arms, think about the body is twisted. And 8, 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Let's lie back. Oh. Have a full little stretch. Stretch out that tummy. I just want to stretch these bits of the legs quickly as well. So do a couple of different stretches here. So bring your right knee in, pull it in, and lengthen the other one away. Open the back of the neck, back of the knee, chin is down, shoulders down, and you're feeling your stretch here. Let's change legs. So lengthen this one away, shoulders down, chin down, neutral spine. I'm going to slightly add on to this in a moment, just to really stretch. Got to roll one way than the other. So this top leg I've got, grabbing it here, arm down, roll to the side, and then just pull that leg back. So it's just like a quad stretch you do standing, but on the side. If you find it hard to balance, you can always take it to the floor. Again, whatever works for you, but just pull the leg, get in the stretch here. Make sure you can see my face. Hard to see that far away. Lovely push. Squeezing up at the bottom, pushing the hips forward, get a lovely stretch. Really have tightened those muscles by pulling the legs in and out. Let's release this, change sides. So you can just roll over, grab the foot and stretch. Hit an arm at a time. Lovely stuff. We've got 7 minutes. I'm going to finish at 35 because we started a little bit late. Okay. So a little bit more work for the lower abdominals. You don't need too much stretching at the end, so we do a little bit for the back. But I want to hands out to the side, shoulders down, and we're going to pick the feet up, bring them in, tap them down, making sure your back is into the floor. If you take your feet off and that's happening, then don't take them so far. You can just bring them in and take them to here. So you're bringing them in. It's a little lift, not much, not a full reverse curl yet. So just bring the knees in, feel them coming in towards you, and then tapping them down. As another alternate, you could just tap one and the other. So making sure your back feels safe. It's firmly pressed into the floor with a bit of a momentum, as if you're going to roll over backwards. Let's try double legs. Especially after all that core plank work we did, your abs might be feeling a little bit weak, and so I'm not going to go so hard because I can't control the position and I'm going to lose my form and hurt my back. So it's better to be safe. You're still going to get a workout. Lovely, release. So kind of similar version, but the feet are going to go up in the air, so straight as those legs can be, doesn't matter if they're bent, and we're going to lift up. So try not to swing too much. Try and keep your head and your chin down, and you're using your abs to squeeze and push up on the out breath. So you're not pushing your abdominals out, you're sucking them in. Squeezing your tummy in, squeezing your pelvic floor, but as you're breathing, you're squeezing all the air out of your tummy. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, lovely. So I'm going to do one more set of exercises. This time is upper and lower. We're going to be lifting the head this time, but you can keep it down if you've got neck issues. Some of them we will support the head, but for one of them, I want to have the legs in an L shape. Doesn't matter if you're not straight, and you're just reaching to the opposite knee. Reach and reach. If you want to lift your head and shoulders, you can reach to the ankle. Try not to twist too much because we've worked the oblique. It's really just so you've got somewhere to go. If you need to and you'd rather support your head, you could. Or you can switch. Again, always work what works for you, but keep the chin down, don't let it come up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. 2 more exercises. So this next one, we're in the L shape, one leg up, one leg down, lifting the head and shoulders, and I'm just going to support the head. You can link the fingers, but keep those elbows back. Don't pull on your head. It's your chest you're lifting, your head stays where it is. Just lift and lower the leg that's on the floor. Lift and lower. It doesn't have to go to the floor. And lift. Keep that chin in and lift. Lift. And breathe and squeeze. Knee there for 4. We switch sides straight away. 3 and 2 and 1. Other leg drops down. Lift. Push the lower back in the floor. Really feel that little whole push. That's really going to make us abs work more. Working the upper and the lower here. 4 more. And 3 and 2 and 1. Rest for a moment. 2 more things to do, 1 on each side. Still the L shape, but we just hold. So let's get 1 leg up, 1 leg out. You can have the foot on the floor. Let's lift the upper body up. Support the head, just lift, hold here, or if you can lift the leg. Can be near the floor, whatever works for you, and hold. For 2, and breathe. Squeeze in, press into the floor. 4 more, and 3, and 2. We're going to switch, and 1, and switch. Hold, breathe, press the back in the floor, elbows back. We can do it. Close your eyes, think of something nice. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1, relax. Oh, well done. Feet on the floor, hands out. Let's just have a little rock from side to side, just to catch our breath. Just relax. Well done. Tiny little stretches, and we are done. Really good work. And I've recorded it, so you can inflict this pain on yourself again and again and again. I will try and do different ab ones every week, so this is a bit different today. Let's take the knees all the way over, but sometimes people like to do the classes over again. Let's look the other way if the neck and the spine feel okay. Just letting all of this stretch. Especially those down dog, up dog ones is really stretched here. So you might feel tomorrow, I mean, it will probably hurt because of the ab work, but particularly when you yawn or stretch you up a bit, ooh, because you really stretch all these muscles as well as crunch them, you stretch them, and they're not used to that. Squeeze the tummy back in. So tomorrow I'm going to do 3 o'clock again. Nick's gone back to work, so I've got my Fridays free. So I'm going to do lots of legs and bums tomorrow. So some standing balance work and some leg work on the floor, inner thighs, bottoms, bridges, all sorts of stuff for strengthening our legs. Lovely, come back. Let's just cross one leg over the other. So they're nice and tight. There's no gap. So it's not that one. Cross the legs, take the legs down. Again, it just stretches a little bit more around here. Keep the shoulder down and look the opposite way. I think my heating's coming on. No, it isn't. I felt hot there. Squeeze the tummy, head to centre gently. Let those legs change side. Keep them crossed where they are. It just changes the stretch, stretches down the front a little bit more. Ooh. And come back to centre. Let's switch legs. So crossing the legs nice and close and tight. Let those legs fall one way. Keep the shoulders down and the head looking the other way. See how many calories we burn potentially. I'll track it with my Fitbit. Always forget to put it on. We did today. And then let's squeeze the tummy and gently go the other way. What day is it? Right at the weight. One sink. Squeeze the tummy. Let's change the legs the other side. Well, we've done both sides, so I should concentrate. What I'm going to do is come back to centre. We'll just quickly roll on our tummies, just to give the tummy a little stretch. And it's like you're just pulling forward, just lifting your chest, stretching your tummy. If you're used to this sort of stretch, you can push up a little bit more, but just be mindful of that lower back. If you're not used to doing those sort of full-on cobra stretches, then stick with this. Just feeling all the muscles in the tummy stretch. Lovely, let's sit back onto cross-legged. So very quickly, I want to stretch our wrists. Just we did a lot of work there. Stretch the wrists. Stretch the shoulders. Did a lot of work in those shoulders. It's good to just give them a little release. Stretching up. And then take the hands behind, stretch back, give that chest a stretch. You can lean into it if you want. I like to do this on my knees. Again, it's up to you, everyone has their own. Ooh. And release. Little breath in. One more. Lovely, thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to stop the recording and then I shall unmute in case anyone has any questions. Otherwise, I shall hope to see you tomorrow. Recording.